Now the actual flight plan is done. We're going to go on now to the last part, which is the performance part of the setup. And this starts with the Init B. You can say it's the initiation for the performance. Init B can be entered via the init page here, but that's going to take you to the init A page as we said in before. But then using the left or right sleeve keys here, you can also see the symbol up here in the right hand corner saying there's a left and right side. Selecting that, and you get to the Init B. The Init B is available as long as the engines have not been started yet. Once the engines have been started, then because the system updates its fuel quantity automatically based on the fuel quantity and indicating system, then this page is no longer available, and you can enter this or see the information via the fuel prediction page instead. But for initial pre-flight setup, we use the Init B. Here we will set in the zero fuel CG and zero fuel weight up in the right. Then we will get a prompt if we want to do fuel planning or if we want to manually set in the block fuel. Check the fuel on board, check your fuel manifest, make sure that they match with the operational flight plan, and then set it in manually. If we choose to push the flight planning or fuel planning prompt here, it will use the flight plan we have programmed to calculate how much fuel it requires for the trip, for the alternate, for reserves, and give you an estimate right there or a value which you can then confirm or override. In the performance course on fuel calculation and management, I show you how this fuel planning function works and the value that it will provide. For now, I want to set in the block fuel, which is in my case here 7.8, up to the block fuel. Once it has done that, it will calculate all the fuel values for me. That also completed the flight plan page with all the performance, as we're going to be seeing in just a minute. The taxi fuel up here is set as 0.2. The trip fuel is calculated here, that's in green. And the difference between the green and the blue values, green are calculated by the system and cannot be modified. Blue have been either automatically inserted or manually inserted, and they are modifiable. If I had a larger quantity for taxi estimated, I could put it in up there. For the alternate time, it's also shown right there. Route reserve is also known as contingency fuel. Again, in the performance course, we talk about fuel planning. We talk about all the requirements and definitions for the fuels. So make sure that you watch that part of the performance course. The route reserve here can either be entered as a quantity in kilograms or as a percentage. Percentage for dispatch is by regulation 5% of the trip fuel. So here it has automatically selected 5%. As well for the final holding fuel right here, which is our final fuel we must have intact when we land at our alternate or our destination if we don't have an alternate. That can either be set as a quantity in kilograms or as a time value. Requirements state that we must have minimum 30 minutes holding fuel at our alternate or destination, whichever is furthest away, as the minimum fuel intact. Here it has been pre-selected to 30 minutes. I can change these values if I have calculated for such. With the values I set in over here, it calculated all this, and if I don't need to modify anything, I can then read off here my estimated takeoff weight and my estimated landing weight. This will be my landing weight at destination, not at my alternate. If I am landing at my destination and I had planned for an alternate, I will have all my alternate fuel intact.